All right, what's up, Alabama fans? It's Andrew Bone here with BamaInsider.com. I got our special guest this evening, Earl Little Jr., Alabama signee. Earl signed with the Crimson Tide back in December. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a new DB's coach at Alabama. We're also going to talk about what Earl's doing right now to kind of get himself prepared for when he gets to Alabama. So, Earl, how you feeling, man? How's everything been going with you?
Shoot, I feel great. Everything's going well. Jumping right in this thing, getting in the playbook. Training as usual, getting the treatments that I need. To take care of my body. Everything's going smooth.
That's good, man. Well, let's look back at the recruiting process for you because this was something that started years ago for you. I mean, you've had that you've had the offers, the interest for such a long time, and it finally came to an end for you in December. Looking back, at the entire recruiting process, man, what were some of the best parts of that process for you?
I feel waking up to the text, the calls, stuff like that. It was a dream come true. As a young kid, you always wanted to get recruited by the big schools. That's what happened to me. Like I said, waking up to the text, the calls, coaches text you every day. That was probably the best part for me. And visiting the campuses, especially.
What were some of the tough parts for you? But besides people like me blowing you up, what were some of the tough parts about the whole recruiting process for you? I know probably towards the end it got a little tough with all these schools, trying to pull you to their program. But what were the hard things for you throughout the process?
So actually, I took it pretty smooth. It wasn't no pressure, or whatever. But I would say narrowing down like when it's decision time. That was probably the more stressful part of the whole recruitment process.
Well, let's talk about Bama, man, because they were in it from the get go. They were always a top contender for you, since they offered you. When did you know that it was going to be Bama?
When I had that sit down and talk, with my family, especially when Coach Saban came, I kind of already knew who I was leading to, towards the end of the season, my season, and towards the end of the Bama season. I had a feel, I felt that I kept watching the DBs. I like how they were getting coached. Obviously by Coach Saban. Coach Bly. I like their technique and stuff. How they stood out, how they carried themselves outside of football, and just things like that. I just kept watching, keeping an eye on, and that's where I landed. I feel that'll be me in the next few years.
Obviously, Pat came through the Alabama program and had a lot of success. Did really well for the Broncos during his first year in the NFL. Did he give you any advice about the recruiting process or just Bama in general?
Nah, not too much about the recruitment process, but we talked about Coach Saban. What I have to do. I mean, because he's from down here. We went to the same school, with the same roots. So it's just I'm like a smaller version. He just gave me tips and tricks. What to expect. Getting in the playbook early. Asking questions when I need to. Just little tips and tricks like that. Because he was once in my shoes, and he already did it. So
I talked to your dad, I guess back in December, and he was telling me about when Coach Saban came in and did the in-home visit with you guys. He said he was just really impressed watching you and Coach Saban just interact with each other, talking shop, just talking ball. What was that experience like with Coach Saban coming into your home? And obviously you've been up to Bama, several times and sat down with him and talked to him and worked with him and stuff like that. But him actually coming to your home a little bit different, right?
yeah, sure. Coach Saban. Coming into my home. Not too many kids get that experience. Like my dad said, we were just chopping it up, going over talking football really. Different coverages, how we run stuff down at my school and how he runs his stuff, just picking each other's brains, just going at it. Uh, he was just telling me what they expect and stuff, how he's expecting me to come in, compete for a starting job. And then yeah, that's pretty much how it went. Pretty cool.
Well, obviously Alabama also bringing in a new DB's coach, Coach T. Rob. I know you had a connection with him. Talk about the excitement about working with him here in the future, and how long have you guys known each other?
So he been recruiting me since he was at South Carolina before he got to Miami. So we've been growing our relationship from since like the end of my sophomore year, going into my junior year, and once I picked up that offer, we've been keeping in touch. So when he made that move to Miami, I was still getting recruited by Miami. So we still kept in touch then. Um, and so he obviously he got the job at Bama. We just had that ongoing relationship. We built that relationship throughout a few years. He's been recruiting me. So it was no biggie like to me because we already had that relationship. We already built that foundation. So it turned out, and it's crazy because before he even got to Bama, he was like, I knew I was gonna go to Miami. Before he even got to Bama, he was like, I'm gonna end up coaching one day, and then that's how it turned out. That's crazy.
Well, let's talk about Miami a little bit because you had a lot of interest in Oregon with Coach Cristobal, and obviously Coach Cristobal took that job at Miami. Now, being an Alabama reporter like I am, I always felt like Alabama was in really good position with you. From all the conversations that we had throughout the process, and I always felt like at some point you're going to commit or sign with Alabama. But when Coach Cristobal came in, I said, I don't know. Coach Cristobal is a man when it comes to recruiting guys, and I know he took a shot with you. So, how tough was that? Once Coach Cristobal became that head coach at Miami, and I know he started recruiting you pretty heavily.
Sure, like you said, you already had that solid foundation from him being at Oregon. He's from down here as well, South Florida. So we already had that connection, that South Florida connection. So we were pretty tight. We made that move to Miami. It was like I already had my mind set on Alabama, so Alabama all the way. And then it was like 2 days prior. I think it was 2 days prior to signing day, or one day. I'm not sure, but I know it was close. And then I started getting, anxious. Like I started feeling weird. Like, is this really what I want to do? Because he's from down here. We have a great foundation, relationship that we built. So it's like, do I want to stay home, or do I want to rock with choice number one? The choice that I've been rocking with from day one. So it was pretty tough, but I stuck through. I prayed that night. Got that all off my chest. Talked to my parents. See what was best for me. I finally made my decision.
What was it that kept Alabama in that driver's seat for you? From whenever you did name Alabama as your leader, and then throughout kind of that whole process all the way until the end. What made you stick with Bama throughout that whole recruitment?
Definitely the production. You see how those guys are being produced. They go to Bama. Work. Um, sure they get coached by the goat. I know he's gonna be there for a little minute. So that was key, and he's really the cornerbacks coach. If you really look at it, I'd like to get coached by Coach Saban. Well, that's what my mind was. So that's the choice I went with. Because I was also looking at it from like Pat's perspective. He came from my high school, South Florida kid. He went there, got coached by coach. And you see where he's at now. And I feel like we do the same thing.
Now, are you gonna be able to get up to Tuscaloosa any this spring?
Yeah, I'll be there in the spring.
Let's talk about this spring. Obviously, you're not there yet. I know you wish you were there, but talking to me about what you're trying to get accomplished on the field, trying to train. But once you get there, I'm sure the coaches have already sent you some workouts to do and maybe some things to kind of work on. What all they told you to prepare yourself for?
Just staying healthy, get my body right, staying in the right shape. Just working out, getting in that playbook. Going over the plays. Watching film, just stuff like that. What every coach would say. So when you come in there, you're not behind. So I've been staying on top of that stuff. So as soon as I get there, I can take off, do what I have to do.
What are your goals for yourself? I know you probably are thinking, hey, I want to get get there, get in that playbook, and get to work. Do you have any personal goals in your head, or do you know yet, for sure which position you're going to play once you get there?
Shoot, as of right now, my goals I haven't really written because I usually write my goals down. I haven't written my goals down right now, but for as of right now where I'm at, I just want to get there. Study my playbook. Well, I've been studying my playbook. But I want to like stay on top of that. Like that's my priority right now. If you don't know nothing, you can't get on the field. So I'm making that my main priority. Just keeping my body right, staying healthy, just putting the right stuff on my body. And that's really it. And as far as position, they want me to come in there, contribute in the defensive backfield, because I'm very versatile, and I can play all three positions. The corner, the star, and the safety. So once I get there, we'll kind of get a feel for it. But Coach Saban said he wants me to start at corner first. Really get to learn corner before he starts moving me around, just how they did me. Well, other way around, because he started at
Right
safety first and star.
now, what's your height and weight right now?
I'm currently 6 foot and 3 quarters, and I weigh 185 pounds right now.
Okay, all right. Is that kind of where you want to stay at right now?
Yeah, I'm cooling right now. I just let the college weight room, do what it has to do once I get there.
Right, right, absolutely. Now, have you kept up with any other guys in your signing class? See how things are going up there at Bama so far?
Yeah, actually, a whole bunch of them. We all have a little Snapchat group chat. We texting it every day, just check up on each other, see how everybody's doing. They just talk about school, the workouts and stuff. That's pretty much it.
Now, you guys have a few 2023 guys down there at your school. Are you trying to recruit any of those guys to Bama already?
Definitely, definitely. Brandon, Mark, and Demar just picked up the offer, so I'm on him too as well.
Absolutely. I know those guys are going to get up to Bama this spring. Maybe you guys will be up there at the same time.
Yeah.
So I know Bama's really pushing for those guys as well. So
Mm-hmm.
be interesting to kind of see how it all unfolds, man.
Yeah.
But well, cool. Well, yeah, like I said, just wanted to catch up with you to see how everything was going down in your neck of the woods, man. I know you're excited about getting to Tuscaloosa here in the next few months, but keep working hard. Alabama fans are really excited about you. They've been excited. I think they've been excited about you since before you even committed to Alabama. So,
Yeah.
so you know how that goes. You've been watching this show for a while. You know how Alabama fans are.
Yeah.
But Earl, we appreciate it, man. Take care of yourself, and tell your family we said hello, and best of luck to you in the upcoming months. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Have a
All
blessed
right.
day.
You too. Thank you.